Pause for a moment. If your heart feels heavy, calm, restless, or strangely aware right now, this message is not accidental. Some emotions arrive without explanation because they don't come from thought, they come from truth. There are times when life asks you to slow down, not to punish you, but to prepare you. You may feel drawn to silence, to breathing more deeply, to thinking about someone you didn't plan to remember. That's because your heart is sensing something real before your mind is ready to understand it. Love doesn't always announce itself with words. Sometimes it shows up as a feeling you can't escape, a knowing you can't ignore, a quiet pull toward clarity. If you're here, it's because your intuition is awake. And whatever is unfolding around your heart is unfolding for a reason. Part 1. The moment your heart becomes aware. Sit quietly for a moment, not because nothing is happening, but because something important already is. There are moments when your heart begins to feel heavier, softer, or strangely calm, and you don't know why. That feeling is not random, it's awareness awakening. Love doesn't always arrive loudly. Sometimes it enters silently, reshaping you from the inside before you can name it. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." What you are feeling now is something rising from beneath the surface. You may notice your thoughts drifting to one person, or a sudden stillness replacing anxiety, or emotions surfacing that you thought you had buried long ago. This is your inner world asking you to pause, to breathe, to listen. When the heart prepares for truth, it slows you down. Not to punish you, but to protect you. Because clarity arrives best in silence. Many people mistake this phase as confusion. But in reality, it's alignment. Your emotional world is reorganizing itself. Old attachments loosen. New awareness forms. You begin to feel what's real, not what you've been told to feel. Rumi wrote, "Why are you so busy with this or that, good or bad? Pay attention to how things blend. Right now, your emotions are blending into understanding. This moment isn't about action yet. It's about presence, about noticing what your heart already knows, but your mind hasn't accepted. Stay here. Breathe. This is where emotional truth begins." Part 2. Why silence is speaking louder than words. Silence is uncomfortable for many people, but for the heart, silence is language. When something real is unfolding emotionally, words often fail, so stillness takes over. You may notice less urge to explain yourself, less desire to chase answers, more awareness of feelings you can't quite label. That's because your heart is processing something deeper than logic. Blaise Pascal once said, "The heart has its reasons which reason knows nothing of." And this is one of those times. If love is involved, this silence may feel intense. You might sense distance, longing, or emotional echoes from someone who hasn't spoken. But energy doesn't need words to communicate. Emotional bonds speak through intuition, dreams, and sudden emotional shifts. This is why you're being asked to breathe instead of reacting, to observe instead of assume, because reacting too early can interrupt emotional truth before it fully forms. Silence creates space. Space allows clarity, and clarity changes everything. Many people rush to fill silence with distraction, but those who sit with it begin to understand what they truly feel and what they truly deserve. Lao Tzu said, "Silence is a source of great strength." Right now, your strength is growing quietly. If someone is emotionally connected to you, this silence may be affecting them too. Distance often magnifies truth. Absence reveals attachment, and stillness exposes what cannot be hidden forever. This phase is not about loss, it's about revelation. Something is aligning within you, and possibly between you and another soul. Trust the quiet. It's not empty. It's full of answers. Part 3. When your intuition becomes impossible to ignore. At some point, intuition stops whispering. It becomes a feeling you can't shake, knowing without evidence, a certainty without explanation. That's where you are now. You may feel drawn to reflect on past moments, or sense that something unresolved is nearing clarity. This doesn't happen by accident. Your emotional intelligence is activating. Albert Einstein once said, "The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant." But most people ignore the gift until it becomes too loud to dismiss. Your intuition sharpens when emotional truth is near. You might feel emotional waves, sudden calm, or a deep inner pull toward honesty with yourself most of all. This is often the stage where love reveals its true form, not fantasy, not attachment, but truth. If someone has been avoiding their feelings, this energy may be reaching them now. Emotional connections don't disappear. They wait, they mature, they return transformed. That's why you don't need to force anything. What's real moves on its own timing. Your role is not to chase clarity, it's to stay aligned with yourself. The moment you trust what you feel, things begin to shift naturally. As Søren Kierkegaard said, life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. Soon, you'll understand why this pause was necessary. Your heart is not confused. It's becoming honest. Part 4. What this moment is preparing you for. This stillness isn't permanent. It's preparation. Just like the calm before a tide changes, your emotional world is settling so something new can arrive. Clarity, communication, healing, or truth. You are being shaped for a deeper understanding of love. One that doesn't rely on fear, attachment, or uncertainty, but presence and authenticity. Maya Angelou once said, "When people show you who they are, believe them." Soon, actions, including your own, will align with truth. This phase teaches patience. It teaches self-respect. It teaches you to listen inward before seeking outward validation. Whatever is unfolding around your heart is not meant to break you. It's meant to strengthen you, to refine your emotional boundaries, to raise your awareness of what you will and will not accept. And when the moment comes to move forward, you'll do so calmly, clearly, without doubt. Until then, breathe. Sit quietly when needed. Let your heart speak without interruption, because when something real unfolds, it doesn't rush. It arrives when you're ready to receive it. This moment is not asking you to rush. It's asking you to trust yourself. Everything you felt, the silence, the emotions, the questions, has been guiding you toward awareness, not confusion. Awareness. You don't need every answer right now. You only need honesty with yourself. If someone is meant to meet you where you are emotionally, they will. What's real doesn't require chasing, forcing, or proving. It unfolds naturally, in alignment with truth. Let this be the moment you choose calm over fear, presence over doubt, self-respect over uncertainty. Breathe, stay open, stay grounded. Your heart is not lost. It's becoming clear, and clarity, even when it arrives quietly, always changes everything.